Good morning, friends. In this presentation, want to be talking about elements that constitute leadership. So at the end of this presentation, I want you to appreciate certain aspects of leadership that are critical for your understanding of the subject. And I'm going to look at a number of them and broaden our horizon on this. I'm also taking this particular presentation from the different elements I raise in my book, The Leadership Journey Handbook. And so I'm hoping that when you have had a look at that book, you will be able to appreciate more what I'm talking about. But I will give you a synopsis of what leadership entails. One thing that is very undoubtable is, and very key, is that leadership is about people. When we talk leadership, we are talking about people. In fact, it's been suggested that when we are talking about people business, we are talking about relationships. And one leadership expert actually says relationships is the currency in the leadership arena. So it is important that we realize that when we are talking leadership, we are talking about people. The people element has several elements, which I want to touch on very briefly. Number one, when somebody claims the title leader, we must ask the question, and this is one of the issues I raise in my book: where is your following? In other words, whenever somebody says, I'm a leader, the next question is, show us the following. And so it's important for one to be able to realize that without a following, there is no leadership. Number two, there's the aspect of teamship. When you are saying that you are a leader, you must have a team of people that you can work with to achieve the goals for the organization. And therefore, the following, which will make up the team, or will build a spirit of teamship, as it were, to be able to move the organization to achieve its vision, its mission, and its values. So the following makes up the team, and that is quite critical. The other people element is that when you are working with a team and you're working with a following, you need to empower the people that you are leading so that the dream, the vision is realized. If you do not empower them and you keep it all to yourself, then there are very big questions asked about your leadership style. You're dealing with people, you're dealing with people who are supposed to be converted into a team, and that team must be empowered so that they can achieve organizational goals even when you are not available. The other very important part of leadership is the question of vision. All leaders who claim that they are leaders and they don't have a vision, they are visionless, are not leaders at all. We can give them another name. When I present on the elements that distinguish leadership and management, you might want to look at it from the point of view that a visionless leader is probably a manager at best. But otherwise, they cannot claim the title of a leader because they don't have a vision. Leaders are vision-driven, and they are people-centric in the sense that they are moving with people that are following their lead towards the attainment of that particular vision. So it is important for anyone claiming the title leader to also answer the question, what is my vision? Leaders have got a change orientation. They are change savvy, so to speak. They are not content with today. When you give them a responsibility, you start to see changes taking place for the better in a very short period of time. They are journey oriented. You give them responsibility and you will find that things start happening. Production in an organization picks up. Results in an educational institution improve. The church, as it were, grows if they are leading a church. There is always a change for the better that is taking place. And change comes with movement. In other words, you cannot say I am a leader and things are just remaining the same. If you have got that status quo kind of mentality, you are not a mover and a shaker. You are not a leader at all, because leadership thrives on change. And when leaders have made milestones towards the vision that they're making, they get excited, they build on that, they see change, and they look at it beautifully and say, no, this is what I wanted to attain, and this is where I want to go. The other element in terms of leadership that I want us to understand is that leaders are virtuous. They follow positive behavior patterns that influence other people, because they are connecting with people so that they can form a team or teams to be able to achieve the vision. It is important for them to be good to the same people that they are working with. Jonah Day actually looks at it from the point of view that unless we don't have malice, we are not prejudiced, we generally do not look at people from a negative point of view and are distrusting, we have no place in leadership at all. So being virtuous is very important. You cannot be a leader and cherish malice and don't treat your people well and still hope that you'll be able to move them to the promised land, to the vision that you are trying to attain. Whichever way you look at it, you just must be able to set a positive atmosphere around and within the group of people, the teams, and the followers that you have for your leadership. I'm hoping that this opens your mind a little bit. Just remember, leadership is movement, leadership is people business, leadership is empowering, leadership is about movement and movement towards tomorrow. Leadership is about vision setting and pursuing a vision, as it were. Keep growing, and we will meet you in the halls of leaders. Thank you very much.